Getting a lot of questions on how I became a student teacher, my journey to teachers college and my master's and university and all of that. So I wanted to do a little video on what my journey was. Starting at the beginning, I did my undergrad at York University in biomedical sciences. It was a 4-year program. I finished in 4 years. Around my 3rd year of university, I kind of decided that I had wanted to do teaching. I started thinking about like, what would my teachables be? Your undergrad is based on like your first teachable if you're teaching high school. If you're teaching elementary school, that's K to 8, then you don't really have a teachable. Your undergraduate, I believe, still comes into play with like what you can teach, but it's more so a thing for high school. And so I'm qualified to teach grade 7 to 12. My teachables currently are biology and English. Biology came from my undergrad being biomed, and then I took in my 4th year, I think it was 8 English courses, but I really knew that like that's what I wanted to teach, so I was stuck on that, so that's why I took the courses. So then came along my Master's of Education. When I graduated from my undergrad, I applied in like near the beginning of my 4th year for the Master's of Education program at U of T at Boise. I know a lot of people do their MEd after they've done teachers college, which makes total sense, but for me, I knew that I was gonna do my MEd no matter what. So I kind of did it in the order that made sense the most for me. I didn't want to sit around waiting at home for a year. So instead of taking a gap year, I did my Master's of Education, and I do not regret that one bit. Mine was course-based. It wasn't thesis-based, but that was because I knew I would be doing my Master's of Teaching at Boise again for teachers college. That was my preferred place to go to teachers college. It's also a second master's for me because it is a master's degree, and because it's a master's degree, it has a research component. So I was like, I'm not going to be doing a thesis-based MEd for no reason. What made the most sense for me was to just go ahead and do my MEd. I finished that. I fast-tracked that, by the way. It's supposed to take you about 1.5 years. I finished it in less than a year because I did a full course load through the semesters, and I did a full course load through summer as well. And then I finished my MEd actually in August of 2025, and I graduated just recently, you guys know, in October. At some point in the beginning of my master's, I did apply to the MT program. I got in for exactly what I wanted for intermediate senior biology and English. That kind of brings me to now. So now I'm in my 3rd month of being in the MT program, also teachers college. That's what I keep calling it because that is what it is, but it is a master's program. And I just want to clarify that in case you're wondering, because for example, the York B.Ed program is not a master's program, it's a bachelor's program. So you can also take that route. Western has an option, and I believe Queens does too. And those are also Bachelor of Education programs and not master's. So it truly just depends on what you want. Personally, I really love it at Boise, and I would never go anywhere else, so that's why I chose to go back to Boise. Yeah, now I'm a student teacher, and I'm actually headed over there to go meet up with my students now and teach a class. If you're interested in teaching, or if you have any questions, let me know below. I can totally answer them for you. Teddy is just barking.